Wuhan is a city of a couple of million people, you know, and it's China, and it also sort of represents in a certain way sort of Chinese second-tier cities. I just enjoyed the walk. I enjoyed the calmness. I like the open skies, you know, that you can get out of the density. A building site next to a very old street, and all the builders went there for their dinners, you know. People were frying stuff, you know, and there was kind of smoke coming out. I'm still sort of touched by the human activity. In front of a metro station, there's one guy with his electric bike waiting for customers to take them home, and there's a lady coming from there and somebody talking into his phone. So also there's a sociologic canvas. For me, the beauty is something when all into place. What I find now is that these things coexist. Like this a William Gibson novel, or the movie The Blade Runner, because you had the high-tech up on the, you could see from up the motorway, and underneath you had this what Gibson called low life, where people were selling chicken wings for 25 cents. In getting a bit older, you realize that photography is a great tool also to record the way we were. Heimat has nothing to do with patriotism. That for me, it's just like this, what do you say, a sense of belonging. You know, that's kind of, you can feel alienated in the place. I think everybody needs that, and you achieve it in different phases of your life with different things. I was with a woman for 5 years, and we have a daughter, but the relationship didn't work out. And we lived for 3 years. I lived in a small village between Hamburg and Bremen with a family. First, when I moved there, I thought that would kind of, that would be a Heimat. But it's an illusion, because your own family will never bring back that feeling that you had in the family back home. And I think that's why a lot of modern people now have problems to make their relationships work out, because their expectations are so high. They remember how it was, they think it should be like this, but it can't, you know? So in a way, I think the home is where the heart is. I was in China, I think in something like April, May 1987. Traveling in China at the time was hard work. People were, you know, wearing blue overall. There was only Coca-Cola in the 4 special economic zones. And we were most of traveling in a rough. And for me, a place like, unremarkable places like Kunming, where you just passed through, gave you probably a better idea of Chineseness. A sense of place is what interests me. What shapes a place? I think in building all these skyscrapers, you're losing something which is, I call Chineseness. This kind of, at every corner somebody fries something, somebody sells something. You know, they can do that. It's all on street level. It's all on human experience. And that must not go. That's, you know, I feel really sad when I see the big housing complex. But what I mind is when you walk on street level, it's dead. You just have Starbucks, KFC. It's dead like a dead fish.